doesn't make the update. That would suck. Forgot to check it. Well, I did check it once, but I'll check it again. Another chilly morning in Iceland. They call them histopads. It's count how much food they give each penguin. I think it's feeding both entrances. Security guards just for the Mona Lisa. One thing you got to make sure of, so it's really cool once we get inside. The ones on the arch still aren't on. It's a 15-minute wait if I go through that line. We're about to go in the highest point, I believe. Being scared of the heights, walking the stairs. So we made it to Mont Saint-Michel. And we're walking, you can see it off in the distance. Thing's massive, so excited to explore it. But before I do that, it's currently not surrounded by water. I think it's based off the tide. So I think this completely floods by this evening. So I'm gonna try to walk out away from people and fly my drone. We are waiting for the Abbey to open. We're gonna try to go through a tour that's with an English-speaking guide. Apparently not a lot will say English, so if we go in there without a guide, then it's gonna be kind of hard to understand anything. This place is phenomenal. It reminds me of Disney World, but it's like the real thing, walking through little side streets and going up. And the place is massive, really high. We're about to go in the highest point, I believe, or as high as we can go in the Abbey. I guess John just texted me and we can wait in the Abbey, although I do have my time lapse going, so I might wait a few more minutes. So it's supper time, we're eating in this little shop. We just ordered a vegetarian panini and cheese quiche. So we're just leaving Mont Saint-Michel, and you can see that the water has now risen. If this was land, it was like miles away the water was this morning. That's how far back it recedes. We were flying just from the parking lot, and I decided to not change the battery because I had a little less than 3/4. So I took off and flew, and it ended up being over 1.5 miles there, and I chose to ignore the low battery alarm, and I took off anyways, and I continued, I mean. And so I kind of, as I was coming back, the battery alarm just said landing. So I just kept flying as far forward as I could, and thankfully it landed out in the middle of the field, and I just took off running because I had I had no way of tracking it. I just remembered what it was looking at, so I was able to figure out the exact angle. And I ran out into the field and I ended up stopping right like 10 feet from it, and it was just sitting there. I don't think it crash landed. It did have the propeller like this because it kind of nosedived last second, but it only nosedives at 1.6 meters. So I think it was only like this high off the ground, and the grass was about 2 feet tall. So it must have been very pitiful for it to have done that. And it had some grass on it, so I think we're fine. I'm gonna fly it. Hopefully there's no issues. Don't give me this error. ESC status error. Restart aircraft. Contact DJI support. He's so dangerous. So I'm walking up our stairs to our next B&B. This is my third night. Second B&B. Just gonna tell you, unfortunate news. The drone appears to be dead. And I'm not happy at all, in the slightest. It's the second time the dumb drone has had an issue. It barely wrecked. It wasn't even a wreck. It softly came to a stop. It just happened to be the blades didn't turn off before they touched the grass. So annoying. So annoying. This is a old-time bathtub. Someone's awesome bed. Look at these amazing gardens out here.